Hey everybody, this is Chris with the Loth-Wolf pack. Welcome back to another Covert Missions deck tech. Today we are taking a look at the new big blue villain, Sith Lord Darth Bane, the Ancient Master. His ability says, decrease the cost of the first ability you play on this character each game by 2. And his special says, choose an upgrade on this character and deal indirect damage to an opponent equal to that upgrade's cost. So, what color do we pair him with? Who is a good partner for Bane? And how do we get these big abilities into play to exploit his special? Let's take a look. With Darth Bane needing to have some money to get out these big abilities, I thought about adding yellow as the first draft to find a partner. So going through the card pool, I found Bib Fortuna, the Major Domo. He was recently balanced of the Forced down to 8 points. And 11 points for Elite. So if you look down here in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, the balance of the Force, his card does say 912, but he has been changed to 811. So looking at the deck list here, we have 10 of the big abilities to try to have one in our opening hand. And then with yellow, we also have access to adding some money cards to help us pay for the abilities every round. One of these key new cards is Reap from Covert Missions, which is Ambush. Turn one of your dice to a side showing a resource. So along with Reap, we have Respite, exhaust one of your characters to gain a resource and draw a card, 2 Truce, and 1 Well Connected. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7 cards that will gain us $1 for sure. And then we also have 2 Forbidden Lore with obvious synergies of the abilities to lower their cost by 1. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cards to generate us $1 off of Bib. You know, maybe we use his die, or maybe we just respite him or Truce to get $1, and then we can then decrease the cost of the first ability each game. It's only once each game by 2. So that was kind of just the basis of the idea of the deck. We also have Delve then later rounds, beyond round 1 when we use Bane's discount to help us decrease the cost of, say, a Death Field if we happen to draw it in round 2 or round 3 down to $3, or even the Sheehan Mastery, just anything to decrease the cost of these abilities by 1 after we exhaust, so to speak, Bane's ability by decreasing the cost of an upgrade by 2. So, looking at this list, it's not really anything super groundbreaking, but this was kind of the first place I thought of to exploit Bane's ability. I was looking at red. I was looking at blue partners. It's just that I think yellow has the most explosiveness in round 1 to really get out, the Reap, the Truce, the Well Connected, to slam down one of these big abilities on round 1, which is clearly what you want to be doing with Bane to get his special online to possibly deal 4 or 5 damage off of that special. So something I was looking at was definitely playing Sheehan Training in this deck, because Bane's going to try to be aggressive. So Sheehan Training is definitely an aggressive card with 3 damage sides with the special. And, even if you don't have the Sheehan Mastery in your hand, the special is still just a 2 damage side by itself. And then, Sheehan Mastery, this thing is going to be a beast. We've all played against Ceresu Mastery by now. And, Ceresu Mastery, the special, the ability to remove a die, we've seen how obnoxious that can be, and then let alone with Sheehan Mastery also dealing 2 damage to a character. So I think this is a really, really strong card. The reason I put in 2 Force Lift instead of something like Force Wave is for a couple reasons. First, Force Wave is also kind of expensive with the $1 on the special. And then initially with Covert Missions, with all the piloting stuff, I'm kind of anticipating some people playing some vehicles and supports, so that's kind of why I put in the Force Lift initially. And then last is the focus on the Force Lift is going to really, really help us maximize our damage on all of our abilities and Bane himself. So later in the season, if maybe piloting doesn't become super popular because it's getting pushed out by hate cards, you could probably swap out the Force Lift for a Force Wave. But again, the Force Wave doesn't have the 2 focus on it, so just something to consider. Last is something that is kind of a gimmick, but I want to try it, is I have 1 Endow in this deck, because with all these huge abilities we have, if we happen to have an extra $1, and we can endow one of these huge abilities and get an extra resolve off it. Considering the size of these dice that we have, this could definitely be enough to really, really push you really far ahead in that round to try to win the game before Darth Bane goes down. So, I'm not sure if it's really worth it or not. It could just be like a removal card or maybe something like Dangerous Maneuver to heal some damage off of Bane. But I think trying it is going to be pretty fun, at least. And this card has seen zero play in the competitive world of Destiny since Across the Galaxy came out. So I think it's worth a try. And, when you have stuff like 2 Forbidden Lures and all this money generation that I talked about, it certainly is possible that you have an extra dollar laying around to roll in your Death Field one extra time or your Force Storm one extra time, and that could be pretty fun. So this is just the first go here, first draft of Elite Darth Bane, single die Bib Fortuna, and we're just trying to slam down abilities as quickly as possible to get this guy online, the Ancient Master. So thanks for watching, guys. Another Destiny deck tech, Darth Bane this time. If you have any comments about how you would build this deck, please leave them in the comments section below. But until next time, thanks for watching. This has been Chris with the Loth-Wolf Pack.